guys? It's Nasim here. Now, after using the Pixel 6 Pro for about 3 months now, there was one word that kept coming to my mind whenever I thought about my use with this device. And that simple yet effective word is bugs. Now, if you are like me and have been using the Pixel 6 Pro for over a long span of time, then you will know that there are many times where you're in an app talking on the phone or even trying to unlock your phone and the 6 Pro would completely just bug out on you. Like whenever I was on my Pixel 6 Pro and went into apps like Twitter, YouTube, Gmail, or even Chrome, I would suddenly get the "unfortunately Blink has stopped" notification followed by redirecting me to the home screen. And this wasn't something that only happened to me, like once in a while. No, it was something that was happening every week. And some apps were just more buggy than others. Like whenever I went on Twitter, the app will crash on me like 2 times a week unexpectedly. But the worst app when it came to bug crashes was definitely YouTube Studio. Like whenever I'll go into the app and slide down or refresh it and check my subscribers, the app would instantly stop working and direct me to the home screen. And I can honestly say that it was the most that I had ever seen an app crash. And not only were people getting app crashes, but they were also experiencing things like the phone dipping below 120 Hz, even though you have the high frame rate setting on, the extra slow fingerprint reader that doesn't compare to other phones in the price range, and the sometimes transparent notification tab that was very concerning for a lot of people. And it got to the point where the bugs got so out of hand that a lot of people in the tech community started pointing it out, which overall made the Pixel 6 Pro look like a broken phone. And all while this chaos was going on in the Pixel community, Google finally decided to give us an update that supposedly not only fixes well-known bugs on the Pixel 6 Pro, but also gives us a much better and smoother experience when it comes to software. And I wanted to give you guys my experience of the Pixel 6 Pro after the updates to justify whether or not you should buy it in the year of 2022. Now, starting with the software, I would say that after the updates, it still felt much smoother than before. Like whenever I pulled down the notifications tab, there was no transparency back and no unnecessary slowness that made the phone frustrating to use. I also love the fact that Google fixed the animations because I will often get animation bugs whenever I opened up apps, which resulted in me having to restart the app. And another thing that the update fixed for me was the fact that my screen stopped dipping below 120 Hz without my permission. And even though it should have been fixed within the first update, I really do appreciate the fact that Google still addressed the problem. And the final thing that I loved about the software after the update was the fact that I had yet to get any app crashes. Like right after I updated my Pixel 6 Pro, the first thing that I did was go on YouTube Studio, Twitter, Google Chrome, and many other apps to ensure that I wouldn't get those unnecessary bugs ever again. And luckily, I didn't have any of those previous problems, resulting in a smoother experience. Now, one thing that didn't really improve to me after the updates when it came to software was the fact that the fingerprint scanner was still very slow. And while I will give props to Google for improving the speed a little bit, I still will criticize it because when you compare it to phones at the same price range or even a cheaper price, the 6 Pro's fingerprint scanner is severely lacking. Now, the one thing that I will say improved about the Pixel 6 Pro after the updates is the fact that the auto brightness worked much better. And if you didn't know, Google has always had pretty bad auto brightness over the years. And before the update, whenever I had my auto brightness on, my screen's brightness would go all the way up when I was in the dark room and all the way down when I was outside. And this was really bad because whenever I was in complete darkness, the screen would damn near blind my eyes and put me in shock. And whenever I was outside, I would turn on my phone and it would be completely dark, resulting in me not being able to see. And after the update, I decided to turn the auto brightness feature on to see if it was still broken, and it turns out that this was something that Google was also able to improve. Now, the next thing that I feel improved about the Pixel 6 Pro after its updates is one feature that I really feel is the most important thing when it comes to a smartphone, and that's camera. Now, before the update, my Pixel 6 Pro's camera app would take forever to boot up, and it will also take a very long time to snap a picture because of the extra processing that it was doing before the picture came out. And a lot of times this was annoying because I would try to take a picture of a moving car and it would take so long that the picture will often come out very blurry, which really made the camera much worse in my opinion. But after the update, I did notice that the boot up of the camera app was faster, and even though it still took time to capture photos because of the processing, it still was a little better, resulting in camera speeds going from extra slow to a little bit of slow, but there's still much more room for improvement. Also, I didn't have to deal with the laggy shutter button, which was a huge plus for me. Now, the next thing that I feel was better when it came to my use with the Pixel 6 Pro after its updates is another thing that I feel like is one of the most important things that you can get in a phone, and that's internet connection.
Like whenever I was at work, the connection was noticeably worse when I put my SIM card in my 6 Pro. Like there were times when I was on location for work and I would switch my SIM card from my iPhone to my Pixel and the download speeds were slower, browsing speeds were slower, and it was just an overall slow experience that resulted in me putting my SIM back into my iPhone. And after the update, I would definitely say that my Pixel 6 Pro is faster than before when it comes to internet connection, and I'm much more comfortable when it comes to taking it with me to work.
And after all of these bug fixes that Google has fixed within the Pixel 6 Pro, the real question is, should you buy a Pixel 6 Pro in the year of 2022? And if I'm being honest, I would say no.
Because even though a lot of the bugs are fixed, I still would say give it some more time before we know for sure if there will be more or less bugs in the future. And another reason why I would say that the Pixel 6 Pro might not be worth it in 2022 is because of that very expensive $900 price tag. Like honestly, I feel like the price tag is the ultimate decider of whether or not you want to get this phone, because when you think about it, whenever a phone costs more than $700, I feel like there is a much higher expectation than a phone that costs $600, like the Pixel 6.
And I think overall that is the reason why the Pixel 6 Pro has gotten much more flack than the regular Pixel 6. Because if I'm going to be paying more money, then I do deserve a more premium experience.
And this is the reason why I wouldn't recommend the Pixel 6 Pro at this point in time. I would rather recommend a phone like the Pixel 6 or even the 5A if you want a less buggy experience for less money. And if you can wait it out, I would say that you can stay tuned into my Twitter, as I will be giving updates on whether or not the bugs come back.
And there it is, you guys, my final review on the Pixel 6 Pro. And there it is, you guys, my final review on the Pixel 6 Pro after the updates. Now, let me know down below, does your Pixel 6 Pro have any of the bugs that I explained? Let me know.
And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for sticking around. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It will be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.